Hey, what's up, Crypto Army? I'm Travis, your crypto newbie, bringing you my experiences. You have to learn things the hard way. Just a reminder, I'm not a financial advisor, and none of my content should be used as financial advice. So I've got a fun video for you today on LunaOne. Now, this is a sponsored review, but as always, this is going to be my opinions on LunaOne and nothing else. Even though I do sponsored content, it's always just going to be my opinions on the project itself. But you should always do your own research. And this project specifically, you should do your own research because it's a pretty big project. There's a lot to cover. I'm not going to cover every aspect of this project. It's just too much. It's a Metaverse project and it's kind of exciting. Now, as you can see, here's their website. Now we're going to do things a little bit different here. We're going to go to the bottom here and actually watch the video. It's about 1 minute and 27 seconds, so it's not that long, but I think it'll be a good primer for what's exciting about this project. Now, full disclosure, this is a game in addition to Metaverse. And if you've been tracking a lot of games out there, they can have some weird charts once they launch. Depending on when they launch the actual game and their Metaverse ecosystem and when they launch on exchanges. And the exchange launches isn't until September, but you can already buy this token. Well, we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's go watch this video. Now, again, it's not that long, but it really showcases what they're trying to build. And it shows exactly what it's going to look like. And you can see the graphics are phenomenal. So you can see it's kind of a space themed metaverse, which I think looks pretty good. It actually looks like a couple games I've played, but you can see workspaces, the social interactions that they've got planned. They've really got a lot planned. And when we start talking about the specifics of this project, I think you're going to see that as well. But they did a really good job of presenting what it is that they're trying to build. What is this going to look like? And that's really why I wanted to kind of showcase this video, because it really does show everything. And I'm not going to show you everything. I'm just going to give you kind of a synopsis of what got me excited about this project. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into the rest of the review. Now, first up, you can see it's got the buy XLN. Now, what's different about this project than a lot of other projects that are out there is that you're buying it through them. And the pre-sale is kind of the exact same way. Now, full disclosure, I did buy a little bit of XLN. A lot of the projects I cover on this channel, I also buy. I am not a big fan of the approach that they took. Now, again, it's through their platform. There's benefits to that because they don't owe anybody any tokens. At least that's something I would assume. When you launch with Pink Sale or a lot of the other launch pads that are out there, you owe them tokens. When you build your own launch pad and your entire ecosystem, you don't have to worry about that. So there are some benefits, but your risk goes up significantly when you buy this way, because somebody could set up an entire website and completely rug pull everything. That's the risk you take with investing in these projects. So again, that's why I stress, do your own research and never invest more than you're willing to lose. Now, if you click the buy button, you'll have to register for an account and you're going to get taken to this. And as you can see, you can buy, and you can buy with fiat. So it's an interesting approach. And I got to say, I like what they did with the platform, especially since it's not on any of the exchanges yet. It's pretty well designed. I mean, it really is. And right now, there's a buying opportunity. So, and this has been kind of like this for ever since they started doing the pre-sales. There has been incentives for buying early. And a lot of projects do that approach. Again, like I said, do your own research, but I think they did a really good job with designing this platform. And one of the things you're going to notice here is they've got an earn 10% commission to give yourself a little bit of bonus by sharing this. Now, my link is in the description of this video, and you'll see that it's the exact same thing right here. So if you're interested and you want to help support the channel, click on that link to learn more. And then if you do end up getting into it, I'll get a little bit of a commission. And then you can share it with people as well and get a little bit of that commission. So there's a little bit of a benefit for everybody that potentially gets into this project, especially this early right now. But you can see they've got a lot of different stuff that you can take a look at. Now, full disclosure, they've had a couple issues here and there where tokens weren't being displayed correctly. There's just been a couple of little bugs, but I kind of expect that since they're building the entire platform themselves. So don't be surprised if there are some bugs that they're working out if you decide to get into this project. Now let's go ahead and take a look at their light paper and their technical vision. We're not going to look that in depth. I just want to show you the level of detail that they put into this. Now here's their technical paper, and it walks through the blockchain, the DAG. It really does a great job of kind of walking through what they're trying to do. And you can see the blockchain information here, and it's not that long. It's only about 11 pages, but it's more on the technical side. So if that's not your cup of tea, then you're probably not want to get into this. But yes, they are building a blockchain for their metaverse, and they walk through basically how everything's going to kind of interact and how their smart contracts are going to work. So it's a lot of really good information if that's something you're interested in learning about. And they took the time to do it, which is more than a lot of others have already done. So I think they're on the right path as far as getting the information out there. That way you can ask the questions about anything that they've got in their information. Now their light paper, they call it a light paper, but it's actually pretty good just as a white paper as well. And you can see they put a lot of thought into the graphics. Again, it's a metaverse project, so you kind of expect that. And one of the things I always look for is, does the audio match the video? So if you're talking about a metaverse project that's talking about a gaming and video and a whole bunch of other things, messaging, all built into one platform, do they demonstrate the ability to do that and provide professional quality graphics? And I think that this does a great job of illustrating exactly that. They did a really good job of building this. This isn't boilerplate. This is something that they put together and they designed, and it looks really phenomenal. And again, I wouldn't necessarily call it a light paper. It's got a lot of really good information on there. It's a light paper because it's not a full page. It's essentially slides is what I would say that they probably used, or an approach similar to that. But again, they did a really good job, and you're already getting kind of an idea of what they're talking about doing. Augmented reality and the VR scape. So you can see that they've got a lot of stuff, which I think this is going to get a lot of people really excited, because we're talking Xbox and PlayStation and Steam platforms. So they're not just talking about metaverse on your computer. They're talking about metaverse across multiple platforms. Exciting stuff, right? But you can see they did a really good job building this. And if you hadn't guessed, I can't hit everything on this video because there's a lot to talk about. But let's go ahead and jump right in to some of their metaverse stuff here. Now, you might have noticed in the video about the educational platform, obviously the game aspect, and then also catering to the businesses. And again, this is one of those things that most of the metaverses are trying to do, but you can see that they've done the research, and you can actually go through and see what they did as far as the research and what it showed. But let's keep going. And again, this just kind of gives you another visual of the exact same thing. Here's where we get to see a lot of what they've got planned compared to other metaverses. Now, they don't actually mention names, but you'll have to go and research some other metaverse options out there and do a comparison. So they're talking about a DAO. They're talking about a tailor-made blockchain to solve the specific tasks, which is important for a metaverse. And I've mentioned this before in other projects. The only time I ever say that you should do a blockchain is when you're solving a specific problem that needs to be solved in order for your platform to function efficiently. And that's what they've basically decided here, is to build their blockchain so that it works effectively for what they're trying to build. Avatar development, file storage, seamless world with limitless possibilities, NFTs, wide variety of internal decentralized products available through one launcher. Again, everything's going to be kind of in one system on their blockchain. And then we're at the bottom of this section of the website. Now, unlike a lot of others out there, each one of these are going to take you to different information. So let's go ahead and take a look at the roadmap. And let's scroll down a little bit, and then we can kind of see what this roadmap is going to look like. As you can see, 2020. And really, I started tracking this project in 2021, and we're in 2022. So they've already started to do some of the pre-sales and the pre-distributions, and we're already entering into the Q2 and Q3 areas. And you can see they've got a pretty robust plan here. Launch on PS5, launch on Xbox in Q4. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. This project is taking the approach of, yes, they're doing the pre-sales and the pre-distributions and the benefits for getting in early on this project, but they're planning to actually start launching portions of their metaverse this year. So even though you can't go look it up on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, the project is already kind of launched to the point where you can buy it. You're just not going to be able to see live price data on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. A very different approach for most projects out there. But let's go ahead and take a look at the team. And as you can see, the team is doxed. And you can actually find a bunch of AMAs and different interviews out there where you can actually see these individuals respond to various questions on YouTube. So definitely check that out to get more information about this project. And if I'm not mistaken, there was an actual interview today with Corey that you can check out as well. But as you can see, it's not a very big team, fairly small, but you can go through and take a look at them on LinkedIn if you want to find more information about them. but they've also got their developers on here. And as you can see, we've got a contact option as well. So if you want to contact them and get more information, it's easy to do. And if we scroll down here, you can see that they're on Facebook, Twitter, and Discord already. Their Discord isn't very robust right now. Now, I did read in their Discord that their audit is complete and on their website. But when I was looking on their website, I couldn't find their audit. However, Google search did find it. So let's go ahead and take a look at their audit through CoinTool here. Now, I'm not that familiar with CoinTool, and I would say as far as audits, this one's kind of short, but it is an audit, and you can take a look at CoinTool to get more information about them as an auditor. Let's just go ahead and jump in. It's only 7 pages long, and you can kind of see that they've already got the list of the audit issues, nothing identified, and what they looked at. No high severity issues were found, and it's got the contract information on BSC mainnet that you can take a look at. All right, so to finally finish this thing up, we actually have to look at the Metaverse. So let's go ahead and look at that quick. And if we go through this, you'll see a basic layout of what they're trying to do. So the avatar, obviously, and then they're gonna have their file storage. And then we start getting into more of the specifics. So a streaming platform, the ability to stream as a gamer and gamers to watch other streamers built right in. So kind of thinking maybe Twitch-like. And then you've got your decentralized messaging. So if you're playing a game, obviously you want to be able to message back and forth. And most metaverses these days are talking about trying to do some sort of messaging integrated into their platform. In order to really become a metaverse, you kind of have to have that. And then you got your augmented reality and VR stuff. And then you get your LunaOne events. And this is for meetings and meeting spaces. If you saw the video and watched the whole thing, you'll see that they're talking about doing meetings inside of the metaverse as well. Instead of having to use third-party options like Zoom or Google, you can just use the Metaverse to do all of your meetings. And that's kind of where you get into catering to the businesses, but they're also talking about esports integration as well. And then you start getting into the real estate. And if we read this, we can see LunaOne will be split into various districts, and each avatar will have an opportunity to buy real estate and invite friends over, just like in real life. All properties will be unique NFTs and will have different classes and types with the possibility to customize them. And that really summarizes this project on what they're currently planning to put together. Now that's pretty much it for the content. Hopefully you found it helpful. Now for sponsored content, I don't always cover it unless there's an interest for me to go back and do another update on the project. So let me know in the comments, is LunaOne something you're interested in? Is this a project you want me to continue to cover on the channel? Again, I did invest, but if there's nobody that's interested in learning more about LunaOne or tracking this project, then it doesn't make a lot of sense for me to continue to do updates on the project. So let me know in the comments. What did you think? What are my concerns? Well, the biggest concern is gaming and metaverse projects typically have had some pretty low points on their charts. Now, the approach that LunaOne is taking, and the reason why I thought this was an interesting project, if you look at projects in the sense of the way that I describe them, 5 to 8 years, that's where this is a phenomenal project. If you look at other metaverse and gaming projects that are out there, you're going to see that the price goes up and then it drops significantly for quite a while. And most of the metaverse projects that launched last year are down significantly. Same thing with games. Any kind of a gaming platform, it takes time to get adoption, so you see the price drop significantly. Really what you're investing in is the future for these projects. And that's where I like the vision for this project, is I can see in 5 to 8 years, if they accomplish everything that they're trying to do, this project has a bright future. In the short term, your investment might not go that far. And based on some recent videos that I watched on LunaOne, they're trying to launch on exchanges around September. And that puts them right in time for when they're going to start launching portions of the metaverse. So you might actually see a little bit of an increase, but there's never any guarantees. So always do your own research and understand the risk associated with the projects. If you're looking for a project that's going to get you immediately rich, this project might not be that project for you. If you're looking for something that might turn into a 5 to 8 year solid investment that gives you an incredible return on your investment, that could be this project. When is the right time to invest? It's usually better to invest in projects early, but is right now the right time? That's for you to determine. Again, hopefully you found the content helpful. Until next time, stay strong with those diamond hands.